I quote, "You can get away with murder in this city." He expanded on that this morning at his briefing, where he pointed to closure rate statistics, that's what he was referring to, that if you look at, not UCR data, but if you look at closure rates for this year, for murders committed in year, that the closure rates have been going down, and they stand at about 35%. And so he's saying, most of the people are getting away with murder in DC. Just your comments both on the chiefs on the closure rate
have made, and Mark, to your point about closure rates. So let's talk about closure rates. As we all know, there's a lot that goes into a case closure. Clearly, when you have a case that happens December 31st, you're not going to close it that same year. Our detectives put a lot of effort into these cases. As you've heard about the public safety ecosystem, that is true. It exists in case closures as well. We work closely with our partners at the U.S. Attorney's Office when we present cases, and we have to present a case that is going to make it from arrest to a successful prosecution. We can't just go out and arrest someone to close a case. That's not what we do. So a case has to be built. And when you talk about closing a case in the same year, that's not a stat that really shows the whole message, because we know cases close in their own time. We'll close cases this year from prior years. Every investigation is different. There's no way for me to tell you or put a timeline on a case. I can't tell you that, hey, this case will be closed next week. It depends on the investigation, the challenges in the cases, and what we have to do to bring it to closure. So saying that, these number of cases have not been closed this year, we're comparing apples to oranges to how we keep stats and how we do business. And let me say before I stop, the men and women that serve as detectives here at MPD are some of the hardest working people I've ever met. They're the finest detectives in the world. We have other agencies that come to us all the time that look at how we do business, how we operate, how we do things. These folks give up sleep, they give up time with loved ones, they give up times at home just to get the job done. Sometimes we got to say, hey, go home and get some rest and come back tomorrow. They put everything they have into closing these cases. And as was said earlier, I can tell you, because it's been my responsibility since 2016, that MPD's closure rates in violent crime typically are well above the national average, to include homicide. I'll also say that I think, personally, the easy way out is to point fingers at someone else about what's going on or when there's a problem, but that's not what we're about at MPD. We're about rolling our sleeves up, we're about getting to work. I'm personally about leading the men and women that I'm responsible for and ensuring that violent offenders are held accountable when they commit crimes in our city. You can't get away with murder here. We will catch you. And the last thing I would say about that is what's not helpful is when we do hold violent offenders accountable is the courts let them out because our judges don't have the discretion they need, which is why instead of blaming, I support legislation that the mayor has proposed to keep our community safer.